Thanks Manscaped for sponsoring this video. This is honey mustard. Its main ingredient is a mixture of honey, mustard, mayo, vinegar, and spices. We have done several different dry aging experiments. Regardless of the outcome, we always learn something new. And today, this experiment is 100% for you. So let's begin. And everything starts off with this beautiful 4 bones rib roast. As you can see, it has great marbling, and hopefully the ingredients in honey mustard will make this taste better. And in order to begin, the first thing we need to do is to split it in half. And that's because we're gonna have a control one with nothing, just dry aged. For the control, really all I have to do is to put it on a cooling rack and set it inside of my dry ager. For the honey mustard, it's a completely different story. First thing to do is to lay down some parchment paper, followed by a good amount of honey mustard. I spread it real good, lay down the steak, and immediately went in with the honey mustard. I made sure to add a good amount. To be specific, a ridiculous amount. One of the most important things whenever you dry age steaks with anything is to make sure the whole thing is completely covered with it. Because once I was done, the only thing left to do was to transfer it to a cooling rack and let it dry age in my dry ager. Once the time was up, I took it out and oh boy, things are looking completely different. The honey mustard color became almost real honey. And if there's one thing you guys cannot tell is the smell. Trust me on this one, it is not good. It almost smells like a skunk. This got me extremely worried. But hey, we went all the way through this experiment. We must follow through. And the first thing to do was try to remove as much honey mustard as possible. And the reason I'm doing this is so that I can see what lays underneath. As you can see, fortunately, there is no mold. Once I was done removing it, this is what it looks like. You can clearly see that the outer crust is not edible. It has to go. So I first started by removing the bones. And when I did, we have a beautiful coloration. Now that got me super excited. So I went ahead and started cutting the rest. And the more I cut, the better it started looking. Now this is what I'm talking about. Because once I was done with all of the trimming, this is what a honey mustard dry aged steak looks like. And if you just saw this on a supermarket, you would have never known what it went through. It looks phenomenal. Now don't forget that we also have the control one. This one has been dry aged properly. So it is exactly what I was looking for. And just like the previous one, we're gonna treat it exactly the same, removing all of the outer pellicle. That doesn't look good, it doesn't taste good, and it has to go. Because once I was done with the trimming, I was left with a beautiful steak. Now this is what I'm used to. The question is, will the honey mustard dry aged steak taste better? Well, we're about to find out real shortly. As the next thing to do is to go ahead and get them seasoned. I really wanted to feel the flavor, so I kept it quite simple. A good amount of salt followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. And as always, I made sure to season both sides and the edges. Because once that was done, I went ahead and throw them in the bag, vacuum seal them, and they are now ready for sous vide. Talking about that, to cook them I chose 135 degrees Fahrenheit and I'll be doing it for 2 hours. This will cook them to perfection. Because just in case these steaks does not turn out good, I decided to go ahead and make an awesome side dish for us today. And this one will please everyone. And the best part is to make it, it is super simple to do, and here's how. For this recipe, I like gold potatoes. First thing to do is to wrap them up in aluminum foil. Baking the potatoes will intensify the flavor versus boiling them. Whenever you boil anything, a lot of the flavor gets diluted. So I decided to go ahead and bake them at 350 degrees Fahrenheit until they were fully soft. As that was happening, I went ahead and got some garlic. Cut out the top, seasoned them with a good quality olive oil, followed by salt and black pepper. Wrapped the whole thing up and into the oven it went to roast. Shortly after, my potatoes were fully baked. Be real careful whenever you're opening them as they're going to be extremely hot. Next thing to do is to go ahead and make some slits just like this. As you can see, in the end, my potatoes are fully baked and nice and soft. By this time, my garlic was also ready. Whenever you roast a head of garlic, the taste becomes milder. It's not as potent and it also becomes slightly sweeter. There's nothing like roasted garlic, especially to go along with the potatoes. Talking about that, the next thing to do is to make the filling. Into a food processor, I threw in some roasted garlic, followed by cream cheese, and of course, mozzarella cheese. Blend everything up as much as possible, and my filling is now ready. Next up was to make a simple sauce. So into a food processor, I threw in some roasted garlic, followed by melted butter, a good amount of salt, and parsley. Blended everything up, and my roasted butter garlic sauce is ready. To finish the dish is quite simple. I first filled the potatoes with a good amount of that cheese filling. Once that was done, I immediately put them in the oven in the broiler to get a nice little crust. The only thing left to do is to put it on a plate and make sure to add a good amount of that butter sauce. The more, the better. Now this is today's side dish. It is going to be delicious. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same thing about today's experiment because by this time my steaks were fully cooked. So I immediately removed them from the bag, and as you can see, they do not look that great. And just like every sous vide steak, the next thing you gotta do is to pat them dry really good. If not, you're not gonna be able to get a nice crust. Because I know my steaks don't look that good right now, but watch this. Before moving forward, I want to thank today's sponsor, Manscaped.com. I got my hands on my new favorite Manscaped product. Check it out. It's the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. Oh yeah, baby, I'm elevating my grooming game. These upgraded blades are chef's kiss. Start your trimming session using the trimmer blade that now has longer, wider, and rounded teeth that cuts through hair like butter. Tough on hair, but incredibly gentle on your skin. Once you're done trimming, easily pop it off and attach the foil blade to get down to skin level and capture even the finest hairs. For that incredible smoothness, the new LED light is now bigger, making it easy to see those hard-to-reach areas, and it has innovative dual temperature skin tone recognition, designed to accommodate and flatter a variety of skin tones. It also has everything we love about the Lawnmower 4.0. Waterproof, rechargeable battery, RPM technology, travel lock, USB-C charging, and 3-level battery life. So head over to Manscaped.com and get your hands on the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra today. When you use my promo code GUGA, you get 20% off plus free international shipping at checkout. So thank you, Manscaped, for sponsoring this video, but now let's get right back to it. All right, everybody, here we got our beautiful steak with a nice side dish today, gentlemen. What do you guys think?
That thing looks good.
Even the plate is green.
You and me thinking the same, right?
That's parsley.
Wait, parsley okay?
Dude, the other day I told you, I'm an adult.
Stop playing with me.
So we got a little experiment going on a little bit here. This was 100% requested by our audience. I love your suggestion, everybody. Keep filling it down in the comments down below, because if it's good enough, especially like this one here, we're definitely gonna make it happen. So, I want your honest opinion.
No brutal opinion today.
That means it's not that bad of a video. Whenever he says I need a brutal, honest opinion, that means it's some nasty stuff he put on the steak.
No, not nasty at all. Right, everybody? Not nasty at all.
I saw you wiggle your eyebrows, bro.
Please, dig in, gentlemen.
Damn, Guga. This is a thin steak. I might need to go for 2 bites.
Hey, you don't know if you want to yet, brother.
Sometimes you want to be precise with the knife. Or other times is that the steak is very dangerous to try too much.
Maybe I should go for the thinner piece.
You got a little scared over there, man.
Enough talking, let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Oh. Oh yeah, baby.
You feel better now?
Oh, I feel way better.
No, you're gonna find another one already.
He has 2.
I went the thick slice, the thin slice. Any thickness of the steak, it's still delicious.
Dude, this has to be dry aged. I feel like sous vide just like makes it stronger, the flavor, huh?
So whenever you eat a regular steak that is cooked on the grill, charcoal masks the flavor a little bit of the dry age. Here, there's no masking whatsoever, everybody. It's like a big slap.
Wait, how?
My favorite thing about a dry aged sous vide steak is that it's so tender. Sometimes with a dry aged steak, because... Oh, my hair? Oh, okay, much better. Sometimes with a dry aged steak, because it's sitting for so long, you lose some moisture. But with the sous vide cooking method, it keeps it nice and juicy and extremely flavorful.
It's just perfect. But I am excited to try the next one.
No, bro. I gotta try this.
So this is a baked potato that has a good amount of cheese in there with roasted garlic. Just like cut it right in the middle, dig in. Take a big bite.
Little bite?
A quarter bite.
Oh man, that smells good though.
I say enough talking, let's give it a try right now. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
This is the best baked potato I ever had.
Hold on. That is so good.
Dude, the garlic is like perfect.
This has to be the only way you do baked potato from now on. What's so great about it is that you have that savory richness from the garlic, the butter, the potato, and then that cream cheese comes in and it cuts all of that rich fattiness out. It's divine. This is an amazing side dish right here, guys.
So the cream cheese brings that tang and the mozzarella brings that wonderful cheesy flavor, everybody. It's just like, it's a perfect combination. Enough talking, let's go for the next steak. Give me your honest opinion on this one. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh, but it's not bad.
No, it's not bad, but it's different.
It's kind of strange, isn't it?
Yeah, but I kind of like it. You?
I'm okay with it.
It's messing with my mind. It's weird that the steak is sweeter than the side dish.
They asked us to dry age steak in honey mustard. I know you like honey mustard.
I love honey mustard, so I'm very surprised right now. It's very different than a traditional steak. I was expecting it to be more savory, but it's not. It has a little bit of sweetness to it. Feels a little bit peppery, feels very tender. There's something different about the crust as well. It's a little bit like almost powdery, I would feel. I don't know, it's kind of weird.
I like it. You like it?
I like it.
Not what I was expecting at all. Not a bad steak. I just think I might like the control more.
Nothing wrong with that. Everybody has their own opinion. So these are the results. Thank you for your suggestion. Let me know in the comments down below what you want to see next, and we might just do it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. Remember, everything I use is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.